Jackson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Now let's go. Blue
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Over!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
319.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
We always talk about our admiration for quarterbacks who can extend the life of a play and create another play off of one that appears to have broken down. Should we come up with a different term for Aaron Rodgers? Because he's taken it to a new level.
He loves life outside of the pocket, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Very comfortable out there, and he usually results in good things for Green Bay.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. This is Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around from the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Cordero Patterson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Cordero Patterson with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
One of the most athletic, electrifying players with a ball in his hand that I've scouted in many, many years. I thought he'd be a better receiver in the league. That hasn't happened. But his special teams coach, he gives him the green light to return it from anywhere in the end zone, and now you see why.
I think you used the right word, partner, electrifying. Cordero Patterson, we saw it there. He is electrifying. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number two.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They run. This is Cohen. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
58!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. On second down, McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be a third and about 13. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner? Safety?
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Wake in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Jackson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Instead of making them earn it on fourth, they jump and give them the first.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a first and goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On second down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Watch him now, Barney.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Over!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop him for a loss of 4.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, and I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. Brandon Cooks. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Cooks with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
158! Here we go. 58!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Nifty move. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
A handoff left, McCaffrey busts through the tackle, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. 319! 319!
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Touchdown, Packers!
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just see the bag, quit out that jaw jackery. Don't even me that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. That on my bacon, big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They failed Gamma Stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matt Black, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Over here empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get hit.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Victory, gold on my neck. Zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory. Ice on my neck like a little weak. We run like a pair of cleats. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already live.
Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have a stars for the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still filming, kiss to death, rep protecting that. 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss to death, rep protecting that. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already live. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my, strictly for my survival of the fittest. One more chance, they say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so Bucktown, this on that quiet.
Renovated in 2002, there's a look inside venerable Soldier Field. Any other in Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here.